Hello guys and girls, in this video we're gonna show you how to change oil on e90 BMW 328i, but it's applicable to most of the e90 this is like in 52 and 54 engines, pretty much the ones that have the canister oil filter in them. So this is gonna be like pretty step by step, very easy process, and I know lots of people get discouraged because BMW. It's actually a fairly user-friendly process. So here's all that you're gonna need for it. Alright, so what we got here is we got oil pan. You need to make sure that it's something that can store at least 7 quarts of oil, because that's how much this bad boy takes. So then we get oil. So we have Castrol Edge, and this is European formula, as you can see on it. I'm not sure if it can focus right there. Yeah, so 0W40 full synthetic. This is BMW LL01 approved. It's actually made in Germany, this oil. It actually says on the back of it. Then what we're gonna need is a filter for your vehicle, which you wanna go with extended life, because BMW oil intervals is every 15,000 miles. Even though I don't do it as long. I usually do like 7.5. But you want a filter that can actually filter for that long, and comes with all the gaskets. So we're using STP 15,000 mile filter. Then you want clean rag. We have a little white rag over here. Gloves are optional. You don't have to use them, but I kind of trying to use them since my girlfriend tried of me having dirty hands all the time. Then you want your ratchet with 17mm socket. I'm using an old big ass oil filter wrench, and it kind of works because I don't have 86mm BMW tool, and you might need a flathead screwdriver to get to the drain plug on the bottom of the engine. So yeah, this is all you need. Let's get to it. If you are using ramps and you like your owner of a sport package car, you might need a 2x6 to get on the ramp without leaving your bumper on the ramps, which is what we kind of had to do. It worked out better than expected. I'm kind of used to it, I guess, so maybe I'm a pro at it, because my Camaro is lowered, and I've had this car for like 5 years, so I'm kind of used to getting on ramps with that thing, with the amount of work I did to it. And so first thing we're going to do is break this oil filter housing loose, and we're going to unscrew it about to the where the big O-ring is. Since I don't have 86mm wrench, again, we're going to be using this old monstrosity. Oh, and by the way, I like to mark it down with some paint, just so you know exactly where it's going to, because even though it does take 25 Newton meters, but you can't really put torque wrench on this contraption here. Once you break it loose, you should be able to do it by hand. So make sure that you guys can actually see this. About where the O-ring is right now. So now we're going to go underneath the car, and we're going to open the little flap door and get the oil drain plug. So we're here underneath, and remember, cardboard is your friend when you do oil changes. So over here, this is your oil drain plug right here. So you go boom, and there's a flap door. Now let me see if I can show you the actual bolt in there. There's not that much room. There. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. There's a 17mm bolt on the side over here. Difficult trying to get it in focus here for you guys. It's right here. You guys can see it right there. Boom. So yeah, just a 17mm bolt. Easier to see it from this side. Bad boy right there. Cool. So we're actually gonna break it loose, and then we're gonna try to catch it with our oil pan, which is right here. But we're gonna try to move it right underneath it. See how it'll do. Okay. Get it set up for the good visibility here. Might use a flap door. Okay, well, that kind of works. Sweet. Probably actually gonna go the other way here. I'm guessing here. I think it's gonna go right around there. It's really difficult trying to film here. Let's see if I can do it from here. Okay, now we're gonna let it drain, and we're gonna try to get it all out, because we do want to make sure that we don't overfill the car with 7 quarts of oil, because there's no dipstick, and you know, some people trust digital dipstick, some people don't, so you can never win with that one. Alright, we'll let it drain for a while. Alright guys, and if you buy a quality oil filter, it will actually come with new drain plug washer like this STP S10075 ml did. So yeah, just you do want to replace those every time you change the oil in your vehicle. You just pop this bad boy on like that. And now we're gonna actually put the plug back in. You do have to tighten it about same specification as the filter housing. It's about 25 Newton meter, which is pretty close to 19 foot-pounds of torque, so not too tight. Alright, actually we're gonna put the drain plug a little bit later. We'll let it drain more because it's still going. So we're gonna flip this upside down, make sure we don't get any oil in the car. Now we're gonna work it. So we're gonna need to get this little O-ring off over here, and we're gonna need to get this big O-ring off over here and replace them with the ones that came in our kit. So usually you'd want to use pick for it. I didn't grab one. I might go grab one if the screwdriver is too thick, but it should be fine for at least the big one. Just go like that. It will come out. So get the big one. Yeah, for the little one we might need to grab it big. We'll see. Yeah. I'm gonna take the filter out first so it's not in my way. I know every time I say laziness is what hurts you in this, because if I went and grabbed a pick, this would have been off already, but I went the hard way, screwdriver. Alright, so now we're gonna put new O-rings on, and when we put new O-rings on, we're actually gonna need to put a little bit of oil in them, just so everything seals good. Pick the one that doesn't want to open. So we're gonna just drench this bastard in there. And then we're gonna stretch this out to put it where it belongs. It's probably not gonna cooperate with you perfectly, but there's a little groove where it needs to go in. It will not go into any other place but the groove that it needs to go in, because the part on the bottom has little lines in it, so it won't sit perfectly, so it's right before the bottom part over here. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult, but my hands are oily, so I'm just gonna use oil from my hands and stretch this bastard over here. Boom. Okay, so I got that. And now I'm going to get our filter and put our filter in here. It should click into place just like that. So that's filter assembly done. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna move over back to the car. We're gonna screw it on. We're not gonna tighten it all the way yet. Just gonna hand tighten it. And remember, we did put that mark over there. Just heard a little squeak. These new O-rings, it does take a little bit more work. And if you can see the little blue lines, I hand tightened it almost where it was. So we'll need to get our tool and tighten it all the way a little bit later. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go underneath the car. We're gonna put the drain plug, tighten to 25 Newton meters, and then fill up as well. Since we put the new, what is it called, washer, now we're just gonna tighten the plug. And plug is pretty much needs to be tightened to exactly the same specs as, if I can find the hole, that's what she said. It needs to be tightened to the same specs as the filter, so 25 Newton meters. I think I found the hole. I found the hole, guys. Yes. Sorry. Alright. Make sure that we have this bad boy in on position. And this is why you want to use, if you're doing it on your driveway, you want to use some cardboard. I love using cardboard because it's just nice and clean. Okay, and now I always like to torque to spec. I decided to go with regular torque wrench, set it to 19 foot-pounds, and we're done. So now we gotta put a little flap door, but before we do that, we clean everything up, just in case if we do have any type of oil leak, we can actually see it. Clean my cardboard off. Get rid of that dirty. Alright, floppy door. Back. And close. I'm surprised this thing doesn't fly away. It seems kind of flimsy. Okay, so good hole. Now, let's see if we get a little screw that will fit there. Oh, hold on. Wait, I do have a little screw. Let's see if that will work or not. Nothing but quality for my Beamer. Those gloves will be the death of me. A little bit too short. Alright, let's get a bigger one. Try. No, that's too big. Might work. Yeah, I don't really have anything in the middle actually. There might be something here. I wanted to use the zinc one so it doesn't rust, but probably won't rust either. It's not like we have salt. Let's see. This might do. Alright, let's try the regular screw. I think I haven't talked that much about screwing in a while. Just kidding. This is kid-friendly channel. No, not really. But apparently my nephew likes to watch it. Let's see. It's pretty close. But if you guys wondering what's this wet stuff, that's my sweat. It is 105 degrees outside. possible a little bit more in the garage. It's a kind of ghetto fix, but it works. It's not flappy anymore, so that should do it. So now we're gonna tighten this up to the blue mark that we marked, because I have a torque wrench that will go over here. Over there, back to the blue mark that we drew. Record that, please. And then if you are using funnel, which you should be, unless you have David Freiberger and you pro at pouring oil without funnel, make sure you don't use dirty funnel, that you don't put dirty shit in your engine. So clean it out before you do it. I like using Blitz funnel. I've been using it for years. Actually, matter of fact, I think this is my first funnel I ever used. Okay, so we're gonna put 7 quarts in. That is a lot of oil. Hello. Look at that. Like honey. German goodness. 2 in, 5 to go. Alright, well, I'm not gonna record all the process. After 7 quarts, close this fancy BMW filter cap. You shouldn't spill anything anywhere. If you did, clean your stuff up. If you keep neglecting it, it will look like poop. This engine never been pressure washed, but it don't look that bad. Alright, cool. So now we're gonna show you how to reset the computer and how pretty much what to do next. Alright guys, so put the key in, don't press the brake or clutch pedal, hit start stop button. So if you have any type of warning light, you gotta clear it first. So once you clear warning light, press and hold the odometer reset button till you see this little fraction here. And now you got your oil, hit BC, press and hold BC, then hit reset. And then wait for a little clock. Alright, so once you get your drain pan out, then there's this sketchy equation. And sketchy would be like saying line. This is more than sketchy. Once the car is to the operating temperature, you want to check your digital dipstick, make sure that you're at a good level. This might take a couple of minutes if the car was cold, which it should have been cold since you were changing the oil, unless you're into pain and burning yourself and being all oily and shit. Alright, so that's after 7 quarts of oil, this is what your dipstick should be showing. It should be right where it needs to be. And that's what I've shown. So oil level A-OK. Alright guys, so if you liked the video, hit thumbs up. If you hated it, hit thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We do lots of car stuff, DIY, tool reviews, I don't know, vlogs, whatever. So I hope you guys have a good day. Take care.